Hi everyone, Sean here from RESO, and thank you very much for joining us today. I'm joined with a guest with an agent from New Zealand who's recently joined us, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. G'day, Michael. How are you?
Hello, Sean. Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon for you.
Yeah.
Michael, can you introduce yourself to our viewers today?
Sure. Look, I'm an agent that's been in this business for over 20 years. We've just started a brand new boutique brand called EXO Property Sales, which we did in January of the famous COVID year. Why anyone would start a business in this environment? Anyway, it's and a new brand from scratch is going to be crazy. But I thought I'd give it a go. So here I am today. But 20 years, and I'm still trying to reinvent myself, Sean.
Well, congratulations. Where there's a crisis and challenges also lies opportunity. So congratulations on your courage and bravery. I wanted to ask Michael, so we touched base with each other, I think it was at the beginning of January there when you're going through the brand changes. And but what sort of problems were you facing at the time, or what was the solutions you're hoping to find to those problems when you reached out to us?
I think one thing is when you are going to see a new client, they don't know who you are, a new brand. One of the issues I was looking at was to perhaps bring a new flavour as opposed to traditional transactional type real estate agents. I just had to look at other ways of speeding up the process, and especially in COVID, I could see people are, with COVID, it's challenging. And whereas I saw RESO as a tool and a very good tool to have in the toolbox to use in terms of attracting new clients and how RESO would work for the client, and especially if you're looking for the best buyer and the best price. And so the best terms, I felt RESO and being a digital platform and doing what we used to do before COVID came along, face to face with bits of paper and, soft copies and the old way, I just felt, no, that's not for us, and we won't be starting that way. So that's the reason why RESO was on the top of my shopping list.
Excellent. And we got you onboarded fairly quickly. Not to put you on the spot, but how did you find working with the RESO team?
Sure, that's a great question. Look, the support, and I know a lot of companies in Australia and New Zealand, they talk about, support, but RESO was outstanding. That's what I can say. So, great job. Kudos to you guys.
Excellent.
Very good. I even had the big boss ring me, saying, hey, welcome and thank you. Try it out. Sean Schofield's your man. And you've done a great job so far, Sean. Something that we've picked up, it's brand new, for a lot of agents, it's trying to bring on a new product and, utilizing it straight away, it can be quite daunting.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your confidence in joining us. Now, you had quite an exciting sale that you wanted to trial us out with and give us a go. It had a short deadline sale as well. I think it was just over a week, if I'm not mistaken.
Just on 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So how was that overall experience using RESO for the first time when the pressure's on a property that only had a 2-week campaign?
I found it really positive. Most of the buyers, obviously, who came by appointment to view the property, a lot of them, in fact, eventuated. I think we had about 43 inspections over that couple of weeks. A lot of them wanted to make offers straight away. I probably wasn't keen on running a deadline or an auction process 2 or 3 weeks out. I felt that we could start corralling the offers in straight away to see what the market thought of the property. We had it by negotiation in terms of price. We wanted buyers to make their own offers, and make their own judgment on price, and so that's where RESO was great for that. And we had buyers, firing offers pretty well straight away once we opened RESO up. I felt that it was good, and we could corral the buyers in and work with those buyers by phone and speaking with them, and also show the owners the price expectations coming in straight away from day one. So rather than having to go back every week and review with the client about price and what the buyer sort of the property, we could show those reports straight away to the buyers and to the owner, and the owners could see how the offers were tracking, and it's fantastic from that point of view. RESO, I just felt it had, it just punches the the message straight down to the owners straight away, and they can see, real buyers, real offers. And that's what I loved about that RESO. We could send reports, pretty well straight away to the owners without having to wait a week to review price or talk about, price expectation. It comes down immediately.
Yeah. And your manage, I guess one of the benefits of RESO is it doesn't take away control of the agent. As you said, you're still able to have those conversations, jump on the phone and have those real conversations. But you managed to generate a lot of activity. Did RESO's unique ranking feature help you with that?
Yeah, the good thing is if they're a serious buyer, they had to register with you and create their own password with RESO. So I could see who was on, who was interested. Once they registered, you knew they were serious buyers. You didn't have to wait a day or 2 days to ring them back or call. They were straight into RESO making offers. And I think on average, Sean, if I'm correct, most of them made an average of 4 or 5 or 4 offers per buyer in the end. Or 4, one thing I really liked about RESO is that, the buyers can keep firing offers at you. And the buyers loved it too. And when you rank them, if they drop from number 1 down to number 2 or 3, they certainly jump back into action again. So no one wants to miss the ideal or their property. They want to be number 1, and I love that ranking feature. And talk about motivating buyers. It's a fabulous. I think it's great, and it's very transparent as well. Buyers, when I asked buyers about it, they thought it was great. They could see where they were positioned. Obviously, they don't see each other's offers, but they see as a buyer where they're ranked in terms of their, obviously the value of the offer. So the ranking system worked really well.
And did you find? What was your experience in dealing with the buyers on this particular sale versus previous sales because of that transparency? Did you find it a little bit more approachable with them?
I didn't have any buyers say no to actually going on RESO. We had quite a few pending buyers that obviously didn't go the full making an offer. Once we knew they were pending, then we'd call them, and if they weren't interested, that's great. So I knew who the serious buyers were. And that's the great thing about RESO. It ranks them. I know who's serious and who's pending and who's in there with offers, and you can see it straight away. So from day one, yeah.
That's great. So overall, would you say that we've met your expectations and the problems that you're hoping to solve?
From our point of view, yes. So if we have to do multiple offers, which basically this was, in enormous circumstances, running around with a sale and purchase contract or an offer with, with 7 or 8 buyers, or more, is a very time-consuming. All I could say is I don't miss those days of driving from A to B and B to A and then back again, and counter signing. Whereas we can do the same thing with RESO a lot more effectively and faster, and put a sense of pressure on everyone, and that's including the buyers, to find the best buyer and the best price and the best terms. So. We're running around with a wet offer or pink, a paper offer, soft copy, it is a lot harder. Yeah.
What would you say to any real estate agent that could be watching this that is considering making a move to RESO but hasn't yet?
Well, if you're not there, this is now 2022. I'm afraid, this type of platform and other platforms similar, they're here to stay. And I think with my view is that it's another option for agents, but it certainly quickens up the speed. I mean, it saves a lot of time. Buyers love it, sellers love it, and as far as I'm concerned, I love it. So why would you not do it? I mean, it's just and I've been around a while, and I've done both ways of presenting offers. Whether it's an auction or a tender to a private treaty sale, and you're dealing with multiple buyers, RESO is perfect for dealing with with multiple buyers. And also the good thing is, and I'm not knocking auctions, but certainly you can run RESO over a number of days and keep pushing the buyers harder and harder. So you could run this for 3 or 4 days or a week. In my case, I ran it probably intensively for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
You certainly did, but the result that you got for your vendor was outstanding, and I actually think it was textbook the way that you ran that campaign, and it was a pleasure to talk the strategy with you and see what you're doing, and we're touching base every day or every couple of days and talking about the activity there. So I think you did very well with it, and I thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your experience with RESO, and I appreciate you coming on board as one of our newest RESO heroes.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, so if any of you watching this would like to know more about RESO, you can reach out to my details below, or just visit our website at www.reso.com.au. Thank you very much. All the best. Bye.